Fanatic. I'm going to shoot a video regarding some of the organizational processes that I implement in my garage and when I go on the road for all of my auto detailing equipment, towels, pads, wash mitts, everything in between. So this stuff is really cool. All of the plastic containers on the table, you can't really buy them through Amazon. I actually found them locally. I'm going to give you guys the name and the manufacturer. You guys could get in your car on a weekend and drive out to the container store and pick all of these up. These are outstanding quality. This is not like the cheap ones that are going to crack every time you open and close them. These are made in Japan, super affordable. You'll spend 60 to 80 bucks and you'll have your entire detailing arsenal perfectly organized, labeled, and sorted. I'm also going to show you quickly what are the best things to have in your garage or around the house is one of these Brother Easy Touch label makers. I pretty much label everything around the garage, the toolboxes, the cabinets, all my bins, everything is organized so when you work on something, everything goes back in its respective place and it's not thrown in and slopped up all over the place. So I'm going to grab the camera off the tripod and I'm going to show you guys how I organize everything and why I do it this way. It's because of contaminants, because I'm doing a lot of welding, grinding, woodwork, composite work in my garage, and also you have like airborne stuff coming off the trees. If any of that gets locked in to the fibers of the microfiber or your polishing pads, you will actually cause more damage to the paint when you go to use it if you're not careful. So I just like to keep everything airtight, organized, neat. It goes into the cabinets, it looks a lot better, and when you need it, you just grab what you need. Like right here, we got my Colonite 476 wax pads. So if I do an application and I'm finished with the pad, it goes back into this respective container. So it's not going to be cross-contaminated with another product that I might be using in the garage. So that's really why I like to do this. Also, between towels, I color coordinate and designate certain towels for certain jobs, such as wheels, brake calipers, exhaust tips, interior detailing, glass. This one here, as you guys could see, this is dedicated to all interior and exterior glass. So we have various different types of towels, and this is only used for glass, not for interior wipe downs, not for rims. And this kind of keeps everything in its own category and in its own safe place. So let me grab the camera off the tripod and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of what we're talking about. All right, guys, we're back. So I've got various different size containers here. These are the smaller round ones, and these particular ones I use for all my wax applicator pads. So I keep my Mcguire's yellow pads depending on what I'm using. So this is Colonite 915, Colonite 476. So when I do the applications and I'm going to reuse the pad, it will go back into this respective container after I clean it out. So this container here, these are the ones that I use for the Autofanatic secret weapon when I want to clean tar or decontaminate anything. You just pop it. These lids are super flexible. I've had these containers for over 5 years and I have yet to break one yet. So everything fits in here nice and neat. And especially like something like these, you could get a lot of contaminants, especially I can in my garage, on these pads, and you could cause more damage than good. So you put them in there, close them up, and then they're easily stacked. And I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video how these look in my cabinet. And you guys can see there, and all your wax pads are organized on a shelf, and when you need them, you just go grab them and you're on your way. Moving over here, this particular bin is for 3M Perfected. That's for the 3M Perfected series compounds and polishes. More auto body related, so this is where I'll use my Flex small rotary or any of my other smaller Dynabrade tools, and these pads are just for that process. Now this is the interior and exterior glass cleaning. So we have the Griot's Garage dual weave. You guys can see here. These are the Pfm Towels, and I use these on the interior and exterior of glass only. I don't use these towels to do anything else, so everything that's in this bin is designated for that. And I have a lot of stock of all of these towels, so those are all sealed in plastic bags in another cabinet, and then as towels get trashed or if I decide not to wash them, I will just replenish my inventory. There's another bin here that I use some 3-inch and 4-inch polishing pads. I use these also for a lot of other different things, not automotive related. This is my bin for the Griot's Garage dual weave Pfm towels. I fold them in half, everything's stacked up nice and neat. I also put some interior detailing brushes in here. Anything that wants to stay perfectly clean, you could actually use the rest of the storage space to do so as well. This I'm going to get to at the end. Now these are smaller 5-inch polishing pads, and out of all the containers that I found, these are the only ones that fit the polishing pads this perfectly. Some of them taper too much in the bottom, and you could only get like half the amount of pads into the container. This, I could get several. So you keep them in here, color categories. So these are cutting pads, the microfiber pads, foam pads, and they just drop right in, just like that. And you fill them to the top. You put your lid on, and you're perfectly good to go. So this thing is great. Now, instead of throwing these things in a bag loose, now you have them in this airtight container. They're perfectly clean. You could go onto a job site if you're a mobile detailer, or you just want to have better organization in your garage. So same thing here. We got the foam. These are the 6.5 inch pads. They're a little bit larger, and I color coordinate them. So I have white, orange, and yellow. This one here, we have the microfiber cutting pads with some 3M cutting pads in the bottom, all in the same size. Over here we have the thinner nap microfiber pads from Mcguire's, Griots, and so forth. And like I said, this is just what I found is the most efficient way to store them, to keep them, and you could categorize what you're doing. So you could have each container for cutting, polishing, any kind of correcting, and you kind of know what you need when you need it, and you're good to go. So over here, these are Chemical Guys towels. I use these to dry and touch up wheels after I'm done drying the car. These are the Griots Garage 16 by 16 Pfm Drying Towels. I actually use these to dry the jambs of the trunk, under the hood, and in the doors. And like I said, this stays in its own category, and it's not going to get mixed up with anything else. Over here we have some Gion microfiber towels. They go into the smaller square containers like I show you here. And before I go any further, let me just get a close-up on camera. These are called Keeper Flexible Sealware. They are manufactured by Awasaki Industry Inc. Lustro Wear. These are sold only at the Container Store. So do a Google search, go online, find your local Container Store. I suggest if you have any doubts on what sizes you need, take some of your pads, bring them in a bag, go into the store and start testing them out, because that's what I did. And that's how I got to where I am today, and this is why I'm showing this stuff to you guys. So over here, this label says PFM New. So these are the blue 16 by 9 detailing towels. So when they mean that they're new, these came right out of the package. They're not used. I have other containers in the closet that are soiled and some that are washed. And I use each one of those for different purposes. But when they're new, I specifically will use this for a wax polish or sealant. I will not try to do anything with any of the washed ones or ones that are soiled. I'm not going to try to go and clean the interiors with. Over here we have green and yellow. These are the cheap 50-pack microfibers you get on Amazon. I pretty much just use these for interior trim. Miscellaneous exterior, I pretty much use these with the Glip Tone and the Mother's metal polishes for exhaust tips. I also do touch-ups of brake calipers when I pull the wheels off or inside the barrels. The blue and the orange, that's just my color designation. That's what I light it along. Let's get back to these thick poly bags. Now, this is another good option for you guys to put stuff in your cabinets or in your cars and go on the road. So, microfiber wash mitts are notorious for getting contaminated, whether something falls into your bucket or you drop it on the floor or whatever. So after you're done, I like to put mine, after they air dry, I hang them up on hooks and I air dry them and I throw them back into the bag. As you see here, these are thick poly mill bags. I actually buy these on Amazon. This is a smaller size bag. I keep these towels in the trunk of my car. Usually if I'm going to do some touch-ups when I go on the road, or if I'm going to a car show, I keep a bunch of towels and some of my autofanatic 007 in the trunk of the car in a little kit. And I get out, park the car, and I'll just give the car a good once over if I'm going to a car show. So, hope you guys get some tips. Go to thecontainerstore.com and visit your local Container Store. You can pick all of these things up. Get yourself organized. It's going to make your life so much easier. Also, let me just show you quick this Simple Brother label maker. So let's just type something in. Hello guys, that's going to be the label. And we're going to print it. As you guys can see, the label comes right out the back. You hit that little lever, and there you go. So there's your label. So you can pretty much do this for all of your cabinets, your storage, your bins, whatever. These things are great. The little ribbon cartridge lasts me a hell of a long time. I've had this thing for a few years already. You can see it's a little banged up, but it works. It's great. Makes your life easy. Also, I touch a lot of these labels with chemicals, and adhesives, and solvent stuff, and these seem to hold up the best. So the Brother P-Touch label maker. I'll put a link in the description. You can pick these things up on Amazon. That's where I got it. And also the refill cartridges are cheaper to get on Amazon than if you got them at Staples or Office Center. So hope you guys like this video. Got some quick tips and tricks on how to organize your garage and detail consumables a little bit more efficiently. Like I said, these are the way, these are containers that I found that seem to work the best. They're the most durable. They fit everything exceptionally well, and they're super versatile. Let me show you now. We'll move over to my cabinet. I'll show you how they look all stored up on the shelf, and you guys can have a great day. And any questions, comments, post them below. If you guys are using this type of a method, please share your comments in the feedback below, and I'll see you guys soon for more automotive content. autofanatic@yahoo.com. Please visit my website, auto-fanatic.com, to pick up some Autofanatic car care, and I'll see you guys on the next one.